Look, see, and then I go ahead and she's right there. See, I told you, she right there.
I wanted to introduce myself first. My name is Jeff Harris. I'm the Director of Admissions, and I can't tell you, I think most of y'all, way back in the day when we were just starting this whole thing, I cannot tell you how impressive this group of young men and women are, in the sense that the first day, like you can imagine in any new class, and especially a tech, right, where everybody was kind of quiet. About 2 hours later, everybody had worked together, and I just think it's funny just the way everybody's sitting and hanging out. They've really bonded extremely well, students. You know, when we started this concept, it was, how do we help students identify earlier than later whether or not what they're good at? And often in the work that we do as tradespeople and blue-collar workers, it used to be a bit of a stigma. And, oh, you know, he's a mechanic, or he's an operator of this. And those roles have changed in front of my very, very eyes. And I'm so happy, because coming from a family that did that type of labor and work for a living, and to be able to see this young group, and along with our wonderful sponsors, who all have, and they're going to be introduced here in a minute, who have all come up through the ranks, getting their hands dirty.
And not only are they great people individually, but they really believe in the cause of what JTech's doing, the belief of filling the skills gap, and that this is a quality education to take you into paths that will far surpass many of us that are in the room. So when I went to them and explained what Project 212 was, they didn't have a single bit of hesitation. And I'd like to say that's because of my amazing skills at sales, but I think it was that they really believe in the JTech cause. So we're gonna have them come up here, sit. We have a couple of questions that we've gathered from the group that we're gonna ask and let them all answer. So first we have Jim Boyer with the Fields Auto Group. All cool, beautiful cars are under the Fields flag, so that's nice. Dear DAMRON represents JASPER Engines and Transmissions. If you've sat in our lobby for more than 30 seconds, you've seen Darren's face on many of the videos that are up there. Darren's been involved with the school since it started and continues to be just a great shining light for us, for the school, and for me personally. And then from UPS, we wouldn't have met Rob Auer from UPS if it wasn't for Darren, because Darren introduced him. And hiding back there somewhere is Steve. There he is. And Steve's also with UPS. Yes, he's taking pictures. Okay, so gentlemen, you can have a seat. Jim, after a student finishes their JTech education, where can their career take them?
Well, a little of my history. I started at Fields 38 years ago as an apprentice, and I basically got my journeymanship, and my shop foreman came up to me and he goes, look, you're breaking a lot of stuff. Maybe you want to go into sales. No. But I went into sales, and I haven't turned back, but I've been running stores for the Fields Auto Group for the last 28 years. So I guess to your question, you really are not pigeonholed to one area. You know, there's so many other avenues you can take once you figure out exactly what you want to do, and it served me certainly well. But you know, the pay is awesome. I mean, I think our top journeyman techs are getting about $55 an hour. Apprentices, you know, they start anywhere from the upper teens up. But one of the things that we really realized is that, you know, the pool of talent is very minimal. And the fact of the matter is, you're all sitting here and you've raised your hand, it's going to mean a lot, you know, in your life and your career.
Darren, tell us about the core values that JASPER, uses for both their employees and their independent preferred installers.
Well, it's great. I just addressed that this morning with not only a supplier, but also with my sales team. I'm over the Southeast. I'm the regional vice president here in the Southeast. Started out as a sales rep, but was founded in a AMCO transmission in Columbus, Georgia, almost 17 years ago. And the JASPER rep found me sitting in that transmission shop and saved me. But I was sharing with a vendor this morning. He asked about change. Because I was turning over some information on some of our preferred installers, and I do want to mention this, that you're sponsored by us today, not only by JASPER, but also some of our preferred installers. We have over 680 preferred installers just in the state of Florida alone. They are our dealership network, so we are the aftermarket. We service fleets and we service independent garages. And there was several of those preferred installers that chipped in money to help sponsor you guys, and that's Spencer Auto and Diesel Repair, they're in Ocala, Florida, Sargent Service Center down in St. Augustine, Evans Automotive and Tire Center in St. Augustine, Maxi Auto Repair and Service here in Jacksonville, Archer Automotive in Archer, Florida, and Diesel Automotive Group.
Big round of applause for supporting JTech, supporting the students, and supporting our first inaugural Project 212 class. So thank you. Have Jeff come up and he's going to make an introduction to the instructor.
I'm gonna introduce Mr. Rayborn, I always say it wrong, Raybon. We had a lot of instructors that we had to choose from, and it was unanimous that we wanted Mark to do these students from STEM to STERN. We just felt he had the right personality, relatability, and he also, in my opinion, is the epitome of what a tech, a business owner, what a modern day technician and owner looks like. And without any further ado, I wanted to introduce Mark. And I think his students probably want to give him a nice round of applause for putting up with it.
Thank you, Jeff. I had nothing prepared at all, but three wonderful
Just like your
sponsors.
class.
Just like my class, from day one until coming late 2 minutes because they're finishing finals. But three different sponsors. I've met Mr. Not Mr. I've met
I
him
wish.
one time. I've met him one time. But three different sponsors bring such a vast variety for future techs. Whether you want to work on Porsche, Volvos, you can work in the fleet departments. And he's already said they come there for a destination job. They come there to work there and they end up staying there forever. I've got my general manager, been with me 27 years. My lead tech's been 27 years. You probably beat that with some of your employees. JASPER Engines. Who doesn't want to build engines all day? They have a race department, right? Building engines all day. You heard him mention engineering. So maybe you don't want to be a tech. Maybe you want to get into engineering, machinists. There's so many different avenues as young students you can go into. And you've got three wonderful sponsors that are here trying to help you figure out where you want to go. Granted, you're going to be high school seniors. You don't know where you want to go. You just want to get through the next year. We understand that. But there's tons of opportunities here with these things.
What's the name of this school? And what's the J stand for? Well, that's the fourth generation, and we happen to have Mr. Jones here, and I've asked him to give closing statements for us. And so if you guys would welcome the CEO and president of Jones Tech.
Thank you. Because I don't know, we have such a good time around here marrying students and graduates with employers. Sometimes we forget that we actually have a school to run and we have knowledge to impart. Thanks to the good work of Mr. Raybon, I would, every day I would walk by his classroom and it was clear to me that whatever was happening in there, the students were engaged. Whatever was happening in there, the material was relevant. I never saw one of our students sleeping. I never saw our students with a frown. Whoever chose you, that person chose correctly. So I want to thank you publicly in front of these parents for taking these minors in for an extended period of time and making sure that they had a safe, secure learning environment. So thank you, Mr. Rapon. This concept, I'll take credit for giving it to Jeff. I can't take 100% credit for designing it, but I was the vessel that brought it to Jeff, and he put it into motion. And it would not be polite of me to not only not recognize him, okay, but recognize his colleague. I think Dani Wampler spoke earlier. She left the room, but we were prepared. Jones Technical Institute was prepared to provide the necessary monies for this program. It was Dani Wampler's concept to say, hey, let's see if we can get some employers behind it. I had no idea that the generosity would be so overwhelming. I had no idea that the concept would be so well received. Okay? But whether it's Jasper Engine and Transmissions, whether it's United Parcel Service, whether it's the Fields Automotive Group, we couldn't have done that without them. We also wanted you to, was there a Q&A?
Yeah.
Before, okay, so we wanted our parents to have an opportunity to really ask these gentlemen why. I mean, why did your company sponsor this? And hopefully you got the answers that you were looking for, because look, let's be honest, 20 years ago, trade was a four-letter word. I mean, we've been preparing and sending, I'm not sure how well we've been preparing, but we've been sending all young people to traditional colleges and universities. Oh, if you're going to succeed in life, you've got to have a college degree. No, maybe that's true for some of us, but it's not true for all of us. And for these gentlemen and their companies to put up the necessary resources to showcase a different route, then let's face it, then you're really shown and showcased by guidance counselors and occupational specialists today is overwhelming. We're grateful. Okay? They're grateful. I like the hands that all went up that says, I'm coming to JTech. I do. I like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. But if it's not, if we're not in your future, that's okay. Make something else in your future. Whether that's going to college, university, whether that's entering the military, whatever it might be for you, we're happy to have you. You'll have a place here. But if we don't, well, if you don't end up coming here after high school, that's okay. But make sure you do something, because there's so many opportunities out there. Do not let those opportunities go by. And I'm going to share something with you. You guys have all heard about the $1.7 trillion of student loan debt that this country is carrying, right? Okay. Well, for those of you that decide to enroll here, these gentlemen and their organizations made sure that a little bit of those tuition dollars are shaved off when you present us those certificates in here. But that's not my point. My point is bigger than that. 1.7 trillion is a lot of money. I can't even envision what it would look like, right? What is $1.7 trillion? But I want all of you to remember this. Your parents will stand behind me. The faculty and administration will stand behind me. There's nothing more expensive than wasted time. Okay? If you don't think time is money, okay, then maybe the next round that you're here, I'll do a financial preparedness class, Mark, and I'll prove to you how much money is wasted by procrastination, by belief that I can't do something, by being ill prepared, by not forecasting the future, by not doing some self-examination and self-assessment and saying, where do I see myself in 5 years? And how am I going to get there? Right? Whatever you do it. Don't waste time. Because that, my friends, every minute that you waste in your life, that's the debt that you'll carry forever. Okay? And it'll transform from monetary debt to emotional regret. All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thanks for giving us the opportunity. One last round of applause for Jeff Harris. Amy Wampler, who's not in the room, should get a full help. Second to last, these employers. And last, don't forget to thank your parents. Okay? Don't forget to thank them. They're the ones that allow you to be here. All right? So, thank you very much. You guys have a wonderful day.
Free at last, free at last. See you back in a week, right? Everybody good? You excited? Just share a little bit. Can I share about you too? Okay. Ocala, right? So these students are from Ocala. It's a bit of a haul. We start class at what time? 8:30. What time? 8:30, right. So instead of them driving every day from Ocala, their families made sure that they stayed in a with the hotel down the street here, right? For them to be able to attend. So, guys, they were never late. Excuse me. Well, a little bit. But anyway, so they got a taste of what college is like, living by yourself and making things happen. So, as a school, we really appreciate that and we're amazed. So, anyway, enjoy your break.